What's up, Sales Nation? It's your boy Gaetano with Sales Hacker, and we're sitting with Jaclyn from Growlabs. Welcome to the interview. How are you doing today?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
Awesome. So for you guys that don't know, Jaclyn delivered an amazing presentation today at Revenue Summit 2018. But before we get into all that, Jaclyn, introduce yourself to the crowd and tell everybody, what it is your background. What's your background? How did you get to Growlabs, and what is it that you actually do?
All right. So my name's Jaclyn. How's everyone doing? I have a background in sales and marketing, and I used to work at high-growth startups, helping them scale their sales process. And today I'm actually the co-founder of a startup called Growlabs, where we help other companies grow using outbound sales automation and lead generation. And I'm actually the designer of the product at Growlabs as well. So I've actually transitioned from a sales and marketing career to a product career, and it's been really exciting to be able to design products for salespeople.
This is super fascinating to me. So first of all, how did you make that transition from sales and marketing to design? Did you have to learn new skills? Were these skills that you already had? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, so when I was working in marketing, I was gravitating a lot towards product marketing. So I really liked being able to understand what our customers were saying and what our prospects were saying, and being able to take that and bring it back to our product team. And at the time, we were a small company, one of my first jobs, and I was working really closely cross-functionally, so I'd be able to say, oh, here's this problem. How can we fix it with this product? And that made me realize, well, what I'm gravitating towards most is actually not marketing. It's actually solving problems for the customers via the product in the first place.
Right. So that feedback loop from sales, giving the product team that feedback from the engagement that they're getting with the customers and all that sort of thing, how does that work into shaping how the product actually does get designed, and how do you prioritize your product roadmap, so to speak, based on that?
Right. So when you're starting from scratch, which is what I did at Growlabs, it's really about doing that upfront research and understanding the full context of the industry that you're in, what's the market like, who are the competitors, what can you bring that is unique to the table, what are your potential users, who are they, what are their pain points, and you take all that information and you need to start building out a product that solves those problems. And this is a very long process, but typically you start off with really lightweight sketches of what that might look like and what are the different workflows within the product that helps your customers get from point A to point B. So what is their goal? How do you get them there? And then from there, you just iterate on user testing, interviewing people that fit your design personas, and learning from what they really want and what's working well for them. And then once your product is established, we're always listening to our customers and sales. I'm shadowing sales calls all the time, listening to what prospects are saying. Sure. If there's any pushback, I'm able to absorb that and take that into consideration for our product roadmap. And if there's something that's heavily requested, of course, we're going to prioritize that.
That's phenomenal. So here's sometimes what I notice in startup culture, where founders, co-founders are very tied into the product, it's their baby, and there's this little bit of a gap from what the customers are actually feeling and thinking about when they use their product versus how the founders and the product designers want the customers to perceive. So you're bridging that gap by using a data-driven approach, which I love. So that's great, but now let's talk a little bit about Growlabs. I mean, you guys have been everywhere. The growth has been ridiculously explosive. Everybody knows you've only been around for a year and a half, 2 years, right?
Right.
And so let's talk about the breakdown of how that growth happened. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's funny because this is one of those we eat our own dog food situations, but we like to say we drink our own champagne.
Yeah, sounds better.
You can steal that.
I'll take it.
Okay. So our product is designed and built to help a sales team prospect really fast. So you're able to say, here's one of my ideal customer profiles. Here are all the granular attributes or criteria that define them, and then you can run a search against that and find prospects that fit that criteria in a minute.
Wow.
And then you can put them directly into an email sequence. And I'm talking about a sales email sequence, not marketing automation. This is so totally different.
Yeah.
Sales, it's one-to-one, and we really try and we encourage personalization as much as possible, which is something I actually focus on my talk today as well. But if you're going to do something automated, make sure the content that you're sending is segmented as much as possible and as personalized as much as possible. And that is what has enabled us to grow so fast. We achieved $0 to $2.2 million in annual recurring revenue in the first 6 months of selling, and 53% of that was from outbound, and that's using our own platform.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And there is a case study on this, by the way. Ben Raffi published this from Growlabs on saleshacker.com, so you can check out the specifics if you really want to see the nitty-gritty breakdown of how all that works.
Yeah.
But 53% of all that coming from outbound, how did the rest of it sort of break out?
Yeah, so the rest of it would be word of mouth, sales hacker content, doing webinars, coming to events like this, running a few ads. We don't do a ton of inbound effort actually right now, but we also have done some work on SEO. So there's a bunch of other channels, but I can tell you that outbound is our easiest one.
Awesome, yeah, bread and butter,
Yeah,
and it makes sense.
for sure.
Cool. So what's your impression of Revenue Summit? First of all, is this your first time at Revenue Summit?
Sort of.
Okay.
I actually was at the happy hour last year, but I wasn't at the whole event. But
Okay.
from what I saw then, it was like, oh, this is cool. We should get involved next year.
Awesome, awesome. And would you recommend Revenue Summit for sales and marketing leaders in B2B tech, ops enablement and development?
Yeah, I mean, everybody here is exactly what you just described. So it's the perfect place to be if that's what you're interested in learning more about, and if you're connecting with people in the industry and you want to share your innovative process and ideas and strategies of how you are growing and learning how other people are doing that as well. And of course, we have cutting edge technology here in the sales and marketing space. So if you want to be forward thinking about your sales and marketing strategies, this is a good place to learn about it.
Right. And were there any other sessions from today that you felt were really inspiring, or were there any top takeaways that you want to share maybe with the people at home?
I did get to catch the talk from Intercom about chatbots, and I think I was actually surprised that that it wasn't a jam-packed room, because I think chatbots are really a key part of the future of sales and marketing right now, and they're totally changing the game. Conversational marketing is now a hot buzzword, and I think there's a reason for that. And just learning how to integrate chatbots into your sales and marketing funnel was pretty cool to see from the people who are building it. And of course, there's other companies doing it like Drift, but I think it's a really interesting space to look out for.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, for transparency purposes, we use it on Sales Hacker, and it's really helped us a lot with ticket growth, lead generation for our partner program, all those sorts of things.
Right.
But so tell the audience how they can find you, how they can get in contact with you, and how can they learn more about Growlabs if they would like to.
The easiest way to contact me would just to be email me at Jaclyn@growlabs.com.
Nice.
Jaclyn.
Right, and they can hit you up on LinkedIn as well.
You hit me up on LinkedIn, find me at Jaclyn Klein. I'm on Twitter, Jack M. Klein. And yeah, shoot me an email, head to growlabs.com if you want to learn more about our platform, book a demo with one of our team members.
There you go.
And yeah.
Yeah, and look out for more Growlabs content on saleshacker.com. We have more webinars in the works, so you definitely want to be on the lookout for those. And be also on the lookout for the recap of Revenue Summit 2018, where you can catch a replay of Jaclyn's session at Revenue Summit 2018. So thank you very much. We're signing out for today. Peace.